Hey collective, it's Anne Marie. I hope all of you are doing well and you're having an amazing start to your week. Everything's gravy over here. I hope you're doing well. Let's pull some cards and get some messages of clarity for those of you who like it. What's the shadow and light of the situation? Think of a situation. What's the shadow and light side of the situation? Thank you to my high vibrating ancestors, spirit guides, divine incident beings, source of light energy. Will you please get some messages of clarity for those who like it? And it was reversed. Well, was somebody wondering about a situation in love? Just curious, because we have number 8 and 7, which is interesting. We have number 8, relationship versus solitude. I ain't never getting in a relationship again. I like my peace. Versus number 7, love versus hurt. If I stay in solitude and not put myself out there, then I don't have to worry about being hurt. In solitude, I have my peace. In solitude, I know what to expect because it's just me or my circle. If I put myself out there to love again or to experience true, authentic love again, I may get hurt again. Do I really want to be in a relationship? I've been hurt so many times. What's to say that this time won't be any different? Okay. I get it. I get it. So what do you need to surrender to? Surrender to your worry about the situation. And also surrender your frustration. So maybe you try to put yourself back out there. And you're like, you know what? And I've said this a couple times. The older you get, the harder it is. Right? So frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to, why are we struggling? Is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. And it's time to make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart and have faith that Spirit is guiding you always. Never choose that one. That one. And what's interesting in this number 7 card about love and hurt, this person is like holding themselves. You've had one hell of a go about. Where's that come from, Spirit? You've had one hell of a go about when it comes to love. Possibly take a look at the romantic relationships when you were younger. What did they teach you? What did they show you? Were your parents or caregivers always at odds? Did they get divorced and then you were caught in between battles? Did you have multiple step-parents? Were you abused by step-parents? Were your parents not emotionally unavailable to you? Or maybe it was picture perfect. Maybe your parents had a picture perfect relationship, right? It could be any of these things. How have those relationships as a child formed you as an adult now? If you always, let's say your parents never argued, right? We know there's stuff to say about that as well. But it was presented to you as this picture perfect relationship. And so now you may have these beliefs that everything should be perfect in relationships, that there should never be conflict or people shouldn't argue, right? Now, of course, if there's abuse, that's something different. And so that could be an example of how your relationships tend to reflect possibly of what you witnessed as a child, or on how to deal with relationships or not deal with relationships, or how to show up in relationships, or your expectations. I mean, this could be, or your expectations in relationships. When you were engaging in possible certain relationships in the past, it was a version of you that no longer exists. So you don't make those same choices or decisions when it comes to romantic partners. However, you still may be carrying the weight of that. And there may still need to be a little bit of healing that needs to take place around love, around your perceptions of love, around expectations or roles in love, if you will. And again, we have with the shadow card, it's time to shed these illusions. So it possibly could that, your parents portrayed a perfect relationship or perfect marriage, or whoever they ended up being with. It doesn't have to be your parents, okay? It could be your mom, let's say she remarried, or your dad remarried, or whatever. And this is like talking about shedding illusions, the first step to awareness. And the second step is to accept. So this is reality, honesty, and self-love. When you witness, I'm just going to use your mom as an example. Did your mom just self-sacrifice all the time for her family? Like you always had your lunch made and you always had dinner and things were always like that. But your dad was off to work all the time. So you have this perception that the man goes to work and provides while you stay home and clean. This is just not saying clean, but stay home and take care of the kids in the house, right? And there's nothing wrong. If this is your view on relationships and love, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like looking at the illusions that may have been placed upon you, not intentionally, but because of your surroundings. Is that making sense? Of your environment and how that has shaped your views on love and romance and connections and how things should be. I mean, we all have them. I mean, it's nothing wrong. This is looking at what are some illusions possibly that need to be shed. Like, are you gaslighting yourself about how things were when you were a child? Do you have unrealistic expectations when it comes to love? Or does it go back to this hurt that you've been hurt so many times in relationships that you'd rather be in solitude? Did your mother or father never remarry just because it was easier not to? I mean, and none of these things are good or bad. They just are, right? This message is just for you to kind of open your mind and look at how possible conditioning or how you were raised, how you were reared, how that, I don't want to say changed, but spirit, how it developed your perception of love in relationships. So there's like two messages here, looking at how your past has dictated your beliefs about relationships, and the second, and another separate message, as we said in the very beginning, that you've been hurt so much by love that you rather be in solitude, and that's okay. But love is the answer to everything. It's just not loving the wrong person, right? And I always have to say this when we talk about love. Love did not hurt you. The person you chose is who hurt you, not love. Love isn't pain. It's not jealousy. It's not controlling. It's not the lower vibrational things that we often talk about. Control, jealousy, envy, and things like that. Love is power and strength, and love can heal everything. So this is just a message to kind of look at your past and your upbringing, and also what is really preventing you from taking a leap forward and trying love again. Just to take a step out there and be open to it. Doesn't mean you're finding someone immediately. Is your energy open to it? People wonder, well, like, I'm not finding love. But if you're still pissed off about love and your exes, then it's not time for the right love to be brought into your life. I hope you're